Hello guys, Sad here from Scale My Meal Prep. In this video, I'm going to be speaking about how I quit my $600,000 a year marketing agency. We were working with e-commerce clients, some clients making it as much as $1 million a year, $3 million a year that would always pay on time. And we literally just ran Facebook and Instagram ads, built Shopify sites, left all of that, built that from scratch in less than 3 to 4 years. Started at 17. I had that when I was 20, and I left that all for the meal prep business model, doing that for my mother's business first. And then now, 6 years later, we've done it for 700 different clients, and we plan on being in the meal prep industry for forever, essentially, or the variations of it that may come about. But meal prep is here to stay. It's not here to go. If you look at Google Trends, it's still trending and it's growing. And the reason why we did the switch might surprise you guys, because it's not something like marketers, like even when we hire people from the industry, which is like the internet marketing industry, like you would never think somebody would get into the food, or like even food, like they would think of restaurant catering companies like meal prep. Like, who thinks about getting into meal prep? A lot of our clients actually luckily got into meal prep. Like, we've heard of so many catering or like meal prep clients, like people that own meal prep businesses that are like, hey, I didn't even know meal prep existed. One day, one customer asked me if you can do meal prep, and I did it, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of demand for it. Very similar story to how we got into meal prep as well. Let me explain, and then let me explain why I think meal prep is the best food business model out there, and how meal prep essentially is way better than 99% of ways of like these online make money on, because I look at meal prep as an online thing. Like, even though you are physically giving a product, like majority of meal prep businesses that actually scale up doing transactions and doing commerce happens online. So I see it as a make money online sort of thing, if that makes any sense. But this is why I think meal prep is better than 99% of make money online opportunities out there right now in 2025. And here's why we switched over and why we're so heavily invested in meal prep businesses specifically. The story is, my mom owned a catering slash food business, not doing so well. I came from a marketing background. I had my marketing agency. I was like, okay, no problem. I can make this work. I started helping her out. I started selling food online. When I was selling food online, because of my experience, I knew I had to get people to buy more than just one product at a time or one meal at a time, or it wouldn't work, because, average order value, for those of you guys that are in e-commerce, they know what I'm speaking about. So I started getting people to buy 5 meals at once, or 6 meals at once, or 10 meals at once, and getting them to pre-order. And I didn't know that this is like meal prep. I thought it was just kind of like getting individuals to buy food. But as I did more and more of it, and I got more and more demand, I could see, based on the metrics, that this was a thing. And I started doing more research. The more research I did, I was like, wow, there's so many other companies that are meal prep businesses while we're a meal prep business. But here's really what caused the switch for me. First and foremost, I had done marketing for dozens of industries. We sold beauty products. We sold pet products, like dog products. We sold children products. If any of you guys know me for a while, like there's the beauty products. We had like the curler. We made like over like $1 million selling that. We sold tools. We had a portable saw, like literally a saw that was portable, millions of dollars with that. So there's so many products I had sold. Basically anything you can imagine the dropshipping industry, guys, back in like 2019, 2020. We pretty much knew all the good winning products that were coming out, and we had so many clients that we were doing it for. So we had a little touch in every industry at one point. Not every industry, but a lot of them. But so coming from that space, I knew what a good cost per purchase looked like. How much do you need to give Facebook or Instagram, Mark Zuckerberg, for lack of better words, to get a customer, and how much you need them to spend, and how much do your margins need to be for a business to be profitable. So I got good at reading online businesses based on actual metrics. Like, I didn't need to see what the product was. I just give me the numbers and I could tell you if this is something I could scale. So when I started working with my mom, I noticed that the cost per purchase was a lot lower than all the products that we were selling in e-commerce. I was like, okay, this is expected, nothing shocking, because we were selling food, right? Food is a lot more of a thing that people want to buy than, and it's a lot easier to convince them to buy food because they need to eat rather than the beauty product that we're selling. Although, beauty products for females, you guys know this is like the easiest thing to sell. I digress. Anyway, so food, cost per purchases were lower, and I was like, this is interesting. Let's keep going. Average order values were healthy. We had worked with average order values in e-commerce anywhere from like $20, $30, and we made that work. That's difficult, all the way to 100, 200, 250. 200's a breeze. Anything less than 100, a little difficult. With meal prep, the average order value was just $100. Okay. And that was good. Right off the gate, the average order value was good. But the key difference, guys, why I left, the business that we were in, and why I'm in this business now, is because of this right here. The screen that you're sharing is the returning customer rate, the customer lifetime value. So this is one of the e-commerce businesses that we had built. I'll refresh it for you guys. That did over $20 million. It continued to do well, but really the height of it was $7 million in 2021. It's a client store. We were with them from the beginning, helped them grow it to $7 million a year. They made money, $22 million total in like however many years. This is 5, 6, almost 6.5, 7 years. So not bad. But guys, why I didn't like these businesses is because they always had this growth curve, right? And the growth curve is not because the product isn't good. This product is fantastic. It's just the marketing becomes more and more expensive, and the economics stop working. You need to just keep charging more every year for the same exact product. And the reason why you have to do that is because these are one-time products. People don't want to buy the same product again. This particular product solved a one-time problem, and people didn't necessarily want to buy it again. It's at a 5.97% customer returning rate. So there's no longevity. And the metrics don't make sense, because if you have to give Facebook $20 to make $50 one time, and you're only left with, after the cost of goods sold, $5, you do that 100,000 times. Yes, you made $5 million, or whatever that may be, right? 100,000 times 5, $500,000. That's not a lot of money. Like, what are you going to do now? You need something. I'd rather have $200,000 a year in profit coming in than make $500,000 profit 1 year. And even if it's the $200,000 a year coming in, I'd rather take that for, let's say, 6 years, 1.2 million, than 500K today. Longevity is important, because, in business you learn, like, the highs you get are good, but, like, if you get a high and you get a low, the low is going to hurt so much. So I like riding the wave and continue going up, obviously. When we got into meal prep, is what we realized is that it was naturally a sticky business model. Like, all of our clients, if we look at their revenues, they may be lower, but if you look at their revenues, they're going to be a lot stickier, right? So this is a business that's done about $1 million. Last 12 months, they've had 42% customer returning rate, right? Our biggest ones, last 12 months, 1.4 million, and where's the returning customer rate? 57% returning customer rate, right? So the business model is made for you to succeed, right? It's not difficult. The problem with chefs is chefs don't believe in online marketing. They think that their good food is good enough, so they never invest money in, or the skills required to advertise and to build a good ordering system. But they've got good food. They don't even sometimes know how lucky they are to be in a business model. They hate their business model. Everybody thinks the grass is greener on the other side. Chefs and meal prep business want to do e-commerce. E-commerce people don't like e-commerce. They want to do something that's a little bit more sticky, like food, and that's easier to sell. But by being in both worlds, sort of, to some extent, I was able to see the pros and cons, and I was able to mesh the pros from the strategies I learned from scaling e-commerce websites to $20 million, and apply to meal prep businesses that naturally had a very sticky customer base, and naturally had really good economics that, if, like, marketers know about this they just don't care, I guess, for food businesses, and they've never tried it. But marketers would literally, drool over a business that had a 60% customer rate naturally. Like, are you kidding me? That means I can spend infinite amounts on Facebook and Instagram to acquire that customer, because that customer is worth thousands of dollars to me, right? Like, if I go to the customers over here and we look at the customers and how much they've spent, this is a business that's probably worth like, I don't know, $5 million maybe. And if we've got single individual customers that have spent 31 grand, 23 grand, 23 grand. Whereas if I compare that to a business over here that's done $22 million and is selected by amount spent, I bet, not even close, guys. 3 grand, 2 grand. I mean, if this doesn't drive my point home, I don't know what will. So this is why we shifted completely our agency. Went from, working with the cool brands. Like, we're going to sell cool stuff. We're going to make hundreds of millions of dollars. We're going to go public, to basic businesses, but with like kind of the shiny stuff that we learned, which is good creatives, good media buying skills, knowing how Facebook and Instagram works, knowing how the algorithm works, knowing how to retarget people, and applying that to a fundamentally strong business, which is the meal prep business. And also, it just, now that I look back at it in retrospect, I mean, the opportunity was perfect. I mean, chefs don't know how to market. They don't know how to, or most chefs, I shouldn't say everyone, they don't sometimes even care about it. We're really good at marketing and sales and media buying, and they're really good at making good food. It just kind of worked perfectly. Now we've got 700 brands that we worked with, and over like 40 brands that we consistently day in and day out work with, and we're adding new brands all the time. So that's a little bit about our story, why we completely shut down our $600,000 a year, which is not even big. We do a lot more, but like, it was big to us then, business, and it seemed like a huge risk. It seemed scary, but the numbers were showing that we should double down on this industry. And the numbers are still showing that. Like, if you go on Google Trends, you look at meal prep, it's still growing. And we love it. I mean, it's just really fulfilling to work on something that will stand the test of time. You're not working, and you're working hard for something that's only going to make you money this month. It just gives you peace. I think that's one of the things that we enjoy about this business, is we're building a customer base. Our customers are building a customer base that will be around for decades. People are going to need food forever, and hopefully our clients are going to want to serve that food, and they're passionate about that food forever or for decades to come. So that's why we're in this business. It really complements our skill sets, and the people that we work with complement our skill sets. And if you are a chef or personal chef or a meal prep business and you're looking to scale up, add, by the way, you guys couldn't see the amount spent, but this is where it's at. You can see it now. Click the link in the bio. Click the link in the description, and we will guarantee to add at least $10,000 a month in revenue within 4 months of working with us, or we'll continue services for free. And if we still can't get you there, we'll see what needs to be done or give you a refund. These are amounts spent, by the way, for a business that's done like $2-3 million, I think. And individual customers, 39K, 31K spent. They've bought meals for years, and this is how much they've spent. Pretty darn good. Imagine giving Facebook $50 to get this customer. You would be laughing all the way to the bank. So that's why we love meal prep. Once again, guys, thanks for watching. If you are interested, we're literally the only company that does everything except the cooking. If you find a better one, go ahead, go with them. But we generally believe we've got the best service if you are a chef, or if you're a meal prep business, or if you're a restaurant, anybody looking to add meal prep. We own our own meal prep businesses. We have a partnership with other meal prep businesses, and we've just seen so many that we may know a thing or two to help you out. So click the link in the description, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.